In this video, we'll go over a short welcome to the Class and Student Management portal. To access Class and Student Management, first click on the Teachers panel, then the desk icon for Class Management. Within Class and Student Management, you'll be able to see your classes as well as make some changes and gather some information about your students. Clicking on the name of any class will give me the option to add or view students in that class. That will give me a list of my students and their most recent activity within Voces. My ID cards and ID email list will give me the login information for my students. Clicking ID cards will open up a very easily printable screen that lets me print out and give each student an ID card. The ID email list will give me a pre-written email for each student with their login information that I can easily copy and paste to send to students. Clicking Export List will download that class list as a CSV spreadsheet. So that's really easy to upload into other programs or just save as a copy of your class list. Really easy way to just download their login information. Copy class will give me the option to copy this exact class into another title. Just want to make sure that I have enough student licenses. So in this example, 5 available in AP. Then click copy. We'll see that the students were successfully copied. We also have the option to rename the class if I wanted to change it maybe to 21-22, just give it a new name. Click rename. You can also delete or archive your classes, and both of these actions will require your user ID, which is the user ID that you log in with that's unique to you. Your class ID is the one that you share with students that they also use to log in. We also have some class settings. Clicking class settings for most users will allow me to set the color for that class. So I can choose from anywhere within the color wheel and have a custom color when I'm looking at assignments for that class. If you're a Schoology user, you will want to make sure that you look at our video for Schoology class settings. You will need to set a few things in order to have assignments and grades sync correctly. A few other things I can do under class and student management. If I click add or view students, I'll see all of my students listed, as I said, with their most recent Voces activity. Clicking the name of any student allows me to edit that student. I'll be able to easily change their information, change their user ID. I can even move them from one class to another. So if I have any scheduling changes, I can easily move that student without losing any work. Another option here is to adjust the automatic grading for each student. For this particular student, Jacob, maybe I want to make sure that accent checking is off or punctuation checking is off. This is good for any students who may be having a little bit of trouble with the automatic grading if it's discouraging to them, or if you just want to give students a break once in a while. If a student in particular is struggling with accents, we can adjust that automatic grading here. Just be sure to hit save once you've made your edits. I can also view the usage log. This allows me to see that student's historical usage of Voces. This particular student doesn't have a lot, but you can see that I can view the date and time that they accessed a page and the date and time that they left that page, of course, as well as the name of the page itself. Finally, I can also delete my students. Deleting a student also requires your user ID, and it is permanent and will delete their grades as well. If you are using an LMS like Google Classroom, Schoology, or Canvas, you'll have your options to sync your classes or resync your classes. We have some great videos on getting started with your LMS, but really quickly, syncing your classes with the LMS will add all of your new classes. If you have any new students or changes to your rosters in your LMS, then you would want to use the resync classes option if you're adding new students or making any changes there. You can also hide or view any archived classes. So once you archive the students or the classes, you'll be able to view them or hide them there as well. Now, if you have questions about adding students, we have some great videos available as well for adding students with a spreadsheet upload. If you have a spreadsheet with your students' names, we have options for self-registration, so students can sign up and join your classes, as well as manual options, and of course, LMS syncing. If you run into any trouble or have any questions about adding students or about class and student management, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can find a lot of great options to do so under the help icon within your account.